Good evening, Tiger sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Tiger Sports Nation. I'm Drew Cosgray.
And I'm Joey Webster. Before we highlight some of this week's athletic events, be sure to follow D3TV on all our social media accounts and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. We start things off with the DePauw women's basketball team, who had a dominant victory over Illinois College this past week with a score of 74-35. The Tigers knocked down 10 three-pointers and recorded 15 steals on their way to the win. Junior Maya Shannon led the Tigers in points with 14, while senior Amani Graham set a new career-high 11 points to go along with three three-pointers. This win moved the Tigers to an impressive 8-1 on the season.
DePauw's men basketball also added to their win column this week as they traveled to Wabash and handed the Little Giants their fifth loss with a score of 84-70. Big shout-out to senior Nick Felke, who scored his 1,000th point as a Tiger with 1:05 left in the game, becoming the 28th player in program history to do so. Nolan Ginther led the Tigers to 25 points, while Nolan Nigo added 13 and Josh Hull put in 12. This win improved the Tigers' record to 11-1.
The DePauw men's soccer team kicked off their season this week with a 2-1 victory over the Greenville University Panthers. Senior midfielder Flynn Sheehan gave the Tigers the lead early in the first half with a successful penalty kick, while sophomore Sammy Gonzalez pushed DePauw's lead to 2-0. With another successful PK in the 65th minute. DePauw would hold on to their lead despite a strong push by Greenville late in the game.
It was a great start for the Tigers. The DePauw baseball team defeated the Greenville Panthers in their home opener on Friday with a final score of 4-1. Senior Charlie Patrick had 2 of DePauw's 10 hits, with 9 different Tigers collecting hits throughout the game. This win improved DePauw's record to 2-1, while the Panthers dropped to 0-4.
DePauw men's lacrosse team carried out a commanding win during their home opener this week against Earlham with a score of 20-2. Senior Will Roberts tied the DePauw single-game record of 7 goals in the match, while DePauw held a 9-1 lead at halftime and continued the success well into the second half. This win moved DePauw to 1-1, with the Quakers dropping to 0-2.
DePauw basketball again added to its win streak later in the week with a second straight win over Wabash, 70-53 at home. DePauw added 34 points in the paint throughout the game, and senior Nolan Ginther led DePauw with 17. It's safe to say the Tigers are getting hot, as this was the 12th-ranked Tigers' 5th straight win, and they now sit at 12-1 with an undefeated record at home.
Wow. Good job, boys. DePauw baseball completed their sweep of Greenville Saturday during their doubleheader by scores of 6-3 and 8-7. The Tigers moved to 4-1 with their 4th straight win, while the Panthers dropped to 0-6. Cameron Hawk pitched the first 3 innings for the Tigers in the second game and only gave up 1 run and 3 hits.
The 9th-ranked DePauw softball team moved to 6-0 this week after a 4-2 win over Fontbonne and a 3-2 victory over Illinois College. In the first game, Abby Pyburn and Chase Epp led the team with 2 hits each. Riley Magoon pitched all 7 innings and only allowed 5 hits on the day.
Finally, DePauw football made its long-awaited return this week as the Tigers defeated Ohio Wesleyan University by a score of 35-21 at OWU. DePauw started the game strong, jumping out to a 13-0 lead at halftime. The Tigers would hold off the battling Bishops' comeback in the fourth quarter and secure the huge road victory. DePauw collected a whopping 222 rushing yards compared to only 39 from OWU. Quarterback Chase Andrees had a great all-around performance, throwing for 153 yards and 3 touchdowns while rushing for 71 yards and another touchdown. Wide receiver Ethan Hudson led the Tigers in receiving with 72 yards off 4 catches and 2 touchdowns. Joe Zanca led the Tigers' defense with 2 sacks on the day, and Josh Potabom had 1 interception and 4 tackles. This win marked the first by head coach Brett Dietz in what will hopefully be a long and successful tenure at DePauw.
Congratulations on a great win to Coach Dietz. Our sports director, Taylor Richardson, got to conduct a Zoom interview with Zanca to discuss what it was like to finally get back on the field and secure the big win on the road.
It has been a surreal experience. I mean, 476 days is a very long time to put on the pads. And just to see everyone out there, I know we've been working so hard and we've gone through so much adversity to get to this point that just getting that win felt so amazing. I mean, it really did. It felt, like you said, it felt like normal again. It felt really normal. And going into it, I'll be honest with you, I mean, realistically, I had maybe a week of practice in, so I was kind of shaky. I'm like, oh man, like I'm gonna be pretty rusty. But lo and behold, I think we all played played great. We as a team had a great team win, and I think we're just going to get better from here after watching that film, after getting something corrected. So it felt amazing.
It seemed like we were the more prepared team on Saturday, like especially just getting off to a hot start. It just looked like we hadn't missed a beat, and it just kind of took OWU a long time to just catch up. And by that time, we were already kind of controlling the game. So would you just kind of credit like just still being game ready without that much preparation to like just the veteran leadership on the team?
Oh no, absolutely. I think guys, in terms of experience and all that, I think guys just knowing what to do, and obviously they prepared in the off season. They trained hard. We were all working, and it just goes to show that even with a little experience, like little bit of more experience than the other team, it makes things that much better. We came out on top. We knew what we were doing, and we executed properly, and more than OWU did. So yeah, more preparation and more time.
Mm-hmm. And just like one more question just about yourself and your performance. You had a stellar day, having 2 sacks, leading the team. So I guess what was it like when you just got that first sack? Just being back, like just kind of like in addition to like the feelings of the game, like just getting that like first sack and just getting back into it, it was like, wow, like I missed this. Like, what was it like for you? Just like what you're thinking of when you just kind of made those 2 big sacks and just making those plays on defense?
Yeah, no, it felt amazing. I mean, again, with such little preparation, going into that game, I felt like, kind of in the back of my head, I might be a little bit rusty. I might not have a great day, but I just wanted to, do what I could for the team. But it felt absolutely great. Getting those 2 sacks meant a lot. Hard. It comes from training hard, and it felt good. But at the end of the day, always going to ask for more. So next game we need 3 sacks.
Thank you, Zanca, for doing that interview with us, and good luck in your game against Worcester this Saturday. And that's going to do it for this episode of Tiger Sports Nation. Thank you so much to everybody for watching, and remember to leave a like, share, and comment. I'm Drew Cosgray.
And I'm Joey Webster. And as always,
Roll Tigs!
T3 TV. Watch, engage, create.